Welcome to the first episode of What You Raving About. This will be our premiere episode. We want everybody to join our podcast. I'll put the link in the description. We have our first guest, first episode, Julius Curry.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right. So today's episode, we're just going to be talking about the Ravens. Ravens, only Ravens. Okay.
Hmm?
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Nice little setup. Got the Ravens playing in the background. Got me something to look forward to.
Okay. All right. First question of the day. Score for Saturday.
Score for Saturday. I'm looking for the Ravens to put up another performance that's going to really rock the bank. I'm thinking at least 35-10, maybe 38-10. Let's go 38-10. Tuck gets on the board too.
Okay, 38-10. Everybody like that? I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking 34-14, something in that range. So it really depends on what we get out of the offense, but I think they'll be ready. I think they're seasoned, they're ready. The defense looks ready. I'm looking for a good game on Saturday night.
So I'm thinking we're gonna have just another one of those regular Ravens games. Slow start. I hate to say it, slow start. It's gonna make it look a little muddy. You know, maybe a couple mistakes where you go, oh my gosh, here we go again. But I think that Lamar seems really laser focused to this right now. So I think it'll be good.
Okay. Touching on Lamar, MVP. Is Lamar the MVP?
I mean, it's hard to say not the MVP. 4,000 passing yards, 41 passing touchdowns to 4 interceptions. What are they saying? That's the greatest ratio in NFL history right now because his passer rating is a 119. Coupling it with that, it is insane. Adding his 4 rushing touchdowns gives him 45 total touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I know he does have some fumbles, which brings his turnovers to about 8, I think. But even still, 45-8. That, oh my gosh. And then talking about Derrick Henry being, like they say Derrick Henry is the reason why he can't be the MVP because he has that much help. But if you got a 1,900-yard running back and you still run for 900 and throw for 4,000,
that's amazing.
You can't argue with the fact that that's unrealistic. There's nobody else that's gonna be able to do that.
Do you think they won't give it to him just because Josh Allen had great numbers in the beginning of the season?
I think they give it to Josh Allen because of voter fatigue. Okay. People are tired of voting for Lamar. They see what Lamar has done. They see it over and over again. Even though this is a historic year, it's people going to be saying like, I mean, okay. Now, even though they ended up with the 3rd seed, earlier the argument was they about to be like a 5th seed, 6th seed. Now he's a 3rd seed, right. 1 game right behind the Bills. And to be honest, I mean, if things shake out a little bit different and the Bills lose 2 games, and we're sitting here looking like, ooh, well, Lamar did beat Josh Allen.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Okay. 2024 roster. We've had a whole season of games, 17 games. Who's your favorite player on this roster right now?
If I had to just pick one player on this roster that I would just be like, that guy, it's got to be Kyle, man. He tough. I've seen him get banged up in the game, leave, come back. I mean, even his responses in the interviews with Marlon. I mean, my man said he's a YN. And, I mean, everybody might not know what a YN is, but the way he play, he is definitely what they say crashing out. Yeah, 100% crashing out. 100%. I'm happy to see him get on the board with a pick too, though. Against Houston, needed that. You need to see that he can do that. That's something he did a lot in college. Notre Dame, he was chasing that ball down. We want to go see him do that again. But I do like to see him out here just being an enforcer on that back end. I mean, it makes it scary. 6'4" guy coming across the field like that is insane.
Okay. All right. Now we get into the tougher questions. Who's your least favorite player on the team?
It's not even a secret. I mean, anybody that knows me knows my least favorite player on the team is Brandon Stevens.
Why Brandon Stevens?
Brandon Stevens, man. So Jimmy said this the other day in an interview, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. It's not that the guy can't play football. I don't want anybody to think that I'm hating on the guy and don't think that the guy belongs on a football field, just not the Ravens. All right? The ball goes in the air. He might be in phase, as they say, strive for strive with somebody. But the ball goes up, and he just forgets that he's supposed to play the ball. The game is about the ball.
Yeah.
It's not about the person. It's about the ball.
Yeah.
And he completely forgets about the ball.
He makes no plays on the ball.
Absolutely not. It's like, if I could help him, I will put eyes in the back of his head so he would know that all he got to do is turn around. Most of the time, he's in position to make an interception. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't play the ball at all. He only plays the man. So his ball skills is the worst I've ever seen. Well, you know what? Let me rephrase. We did have Shocky Brown. But, man, if the guy could play the ball, it would be so much better. I mean, look at the targets he gets. If you go watch any game, and I challenge anybody to go watch and break down Ravens film, if you look at any game, you see the Ravens are winning or the other team just needs a play. They line up their either best player or their best route concept on 21.
Right.
It's just,
why wouldn't you?
Man, I literally say that every game. Ready for the 21 assault. Yeah. So that's my least favorite player because the guy has no ball skills. I wish he did. I do like the fact that he's in phase. I know a lot of people give a lot of flack about him too, but being in phase is a major part of being a corner. Yep. It's a part of it. But you also have to get the last part, is playing the ball.
Yeah, you have to play the ball. Okay. Marcus Williams.
Man, I'm sad about it. I was one of the people who was really excited about Marcus Williams coming to the Ravens.
Will he ever touch the field again?
I don't think so. I think he's done. I think Baltimore's done with him, and I think he's handling it really well. I don't know if you guys watch. Like, I watch a lot of the sideline interactions and stuff, and he's pumping guys up, man. He's promoting guys. He's coaching guys up. I see him talking to Darius a lot. Marcus Williams was supposed to be that guy, man. I think what's wrong with him, and this is just my opinion, no one has given me this information. I'm speaking off of my own accord. I think the injuries over the last 2 years have really plagued him, and it kind of wavered his confidence. So now, because a lot of what we've seen this year, he didn't come down to make tackles. Mm-hmm. That's part of the reason why he got benched. To be honest, there's a couple people who weren't playing great, but he wasn't even coming down to make the play.
Right.
And that's why he got benched.
Okay.
And that's what I think, based off of what I see from him. If the guy could come down and get back to who he was and not play with that passion and recklessness. But you go look at the last couple of years, man, he was coming down hitting.
Yeah.
And he ended up
getting hurt
every time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's mental for him, man. I think he will get released from the Ravens this offseason after they restruck his contract so that they can release him. And I think he gets signed somewhere. I think he's going to go play some good football. I just think he needs to get his confidence back.
Okay. Let's go Justin Tucker. Is he back? Is he done? Is he back? Was he ever done?
I don't think he was ever done. I think the problem with Tuck was that he had whatever he was going through. Everybody has their ups and downs, and I think he hit a down, and I'm proud of Baltimore for that though. I don't know if you've seen a video circulating where a guy ran up to Tuck and he gave him a pound after the last game that we lost, where he missed the kicks. That was the Eagles game. Yep. He goes up and he tells him thank you, man. And you look at that moment. Tuck even looked like he appreciated that more than anything. Then you go to the bye week and we come back and then
right.
It's like Justin Tucker's back. Right. So back or gone, I don't know if he ever left. I just think he had a rough patch. Mm-hmm. He's guy's greatest kicker in NFL history. Even with that rough patch, he has the ability to redo history just for a couple games, and I think he will. I think that history says that players like him make the big play when you need. I think we're gonna get down the stretch in a big game. Hopefully, there's the Super Bowl, and we need a kick to get us there. And Tuck comes through, and it just reminds us of everything that we wanted him for.
Yep. I think the same thing. I think Tucker is It was never gone. I think he lost some confidence there for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
in himself, and that affected the kick in. You start trying to overcompensate.
Mm-hmm.
And he likes to kick from that left hash sometimes, right hash mostly. And I think that he was trying to overcompensate a little bit, and the ball just kept going left. But I think he'll be fine. I think he'll figure it out. One of the last questions I want to know is the impact of Derrick Henry. What type of impact has he made on the Ravens this season?
So it's crazy. So they asked Derrick Henry this question the other day, and I'm struggling with having a great answer for this too. You got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry could take some of the pressure off your quarterback. I agree. But your quarterback got to be good enough for anybody to even worry about them. You go back to his days in Tennessee, not, beating down Tennessee, but Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis. I mean, how far back do you need me to go? All the way back to Marcus Mariota?
Mm-hmm.
What quarterback did they have that you feared?
No.
So you knew when 22 was in the backfield,
He
was getting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The impact of Derrick Henry is not just lost on the Ravens, but I need people to understand the impact of Derrick Henry is just as great because Lamar Jackson is standing right there. If Lamar Jackson decides to pull that ball, everybody knows that could be go ask Houston.
Yep.
You could blink and he's gone.
He's one of the fastest players in the game.
Right. You go back to 2019 when he had Mark Ingram in him, and he pulled the ball against Cincinnati, and one of the greatest runs he had with the spin move up the middle and go. Listen, you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Derrick Henry, what he did was gave a stable back to the Ravens, like a name that the Ravens can trust, right? Because
I don't think they got that out of Gus. Nobody feared Gus.
No, they didn't, but Gus was averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
He was.
So it wasn't that he couldn't get the yards, because Derrick Henry said this, almost anybody looks good next to Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
They go back and look at it. That's true. But the difference is Derrick Henry is a feature back.
Right.
He's not a spot back. Remember, we was making J.K. and Gus split.
Right.
We was making Mark Ingram split carries as well as we brought people in. We never really just gave a running back with Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got it.
Right.
You're the running back.
You're the running back.
Everybody else is to compliment you, but you're the running back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I think that's what we did. We got Derrick Henry. We knew he was a established running back. We know he can play the game.
Everybody remembers that stiff arm.
Not the one that spit my man. So again, Earl Tom, I remember you go back and pull up my tweet log. I was the one saying, "Go get Earl Thomas, go get Earl Thomas," and then we got him, and I'm like, "Yeah!" And then he just Then he did its pirouette and turned into a blocker. Things was crazy. All right. But man, yeah, I think Derrick Henry added the dimension of having a running back that we just know we could trust you. You're a running back.
Right.
We don't have to worry about, what if this, that. Although, my one knock on Derrick Henry is he's not a great third down back. The Ravens have started using him a lot more. His hands are better than most people think. And trust me, in open space, probably worse to tackle than one of the speed guys. Because in open space, you're thinking, it's 200 plus, 6'2" guy coming down. In open space, you at least if you get him coming through the line, somebody put some hands on him, slow down.
Open space
With a DB,
tough to take.
Oh my gosh! So I think that he added a dimension to the team that allowed them to feel comfortable.
Okay.
When they get in the 3rd and 1s, they not scared. They thinking, we got Derrick Henry.
Right.
Although
behind the fullback, gotta do what he does.
Although I formation has been the weakness of my Ravens.
Ravens, please run out of the I formation for 3rd down.
Please. Strong I formation, weak I, wishbone. I don't give a crap what it is. Put that man in the
You're not run out of shotgun.
Yeah.
On 3rd down.
Put him in the backfield with that 300-pound fullback. And I don't give a crap if you go Wishbone and bring Mark Andrews back there with him. Listen, just give me something where we go ton on ton. No pulling, just man on man. We get ready to get this yard.
Let's go.
And then you got Lamar Jackson. So at the end of the day, you can even get a little crispy with it. Fake the hand off and let him bootleg out the back. Who gonna catch him?
Right.
Who gonna catch? They're crowding the line. Derrick Henry's there. They're gonna crowd that line.
They know they're gonna run it. Well, they assume they're gonna run it.
Exactly. And that's the element of surprises. And that's why I said Derrick Henry. I'm not gonna say he's not a big impact, but you still have Lamar freaking Jackson.
Yeah.
2-time MVP for a reason. He's not an MVP by mistake.
No.
Yeah.
The players in the league, they tell you he's one of the fastest guys they've ever seen, ever played against. It's hard.
Not only his speed, just his elusiveness.
Yeah.
His and as he continues to grow in this game, you can see just his confidence is on a different level.
Confidence is definitely high.
Like even this season, the Steph Curry passes, that's what they calling it, right? And he throws up the hand, he's looking away. Come on, man. And it's just like he's doing it. Hey, what they say on? Well, there used to be TNT NBA Inside. It still looks effortless. Like it looks so easy.
It looks easy. It makes it look easy.
Oh my gosh, bro! And if you ever got a chance to go watch him in person and just see it, and you're still I sit in the stands and be like, what the?
Yeah.
How did he do that?
Because it doesn't look like it should work out.
No, you're sitting there like, no. Oh my. All right. I know John Harbaugh be thinking the same thing.
I know for a fact.
It's just like the clip when he told Ed, go down, Ed, go, Ed. I swear that's how he feels like, man. I mean, it is a joy to watch them. I do think that Derek has added a great piece to us, even at his older age. But people, they respect him. They respect what he can do, and they respect Lamar, so it makes it very difficult.
Okay. Final two questions. Zay, can he make a comeback off the injury?
I think because of his age, he has a great chance of getting back in the game.
Okay. This season.
Absolutely. I don't think that he's done. The Ravens are very mum is the word when it comes to stuff, but Rap Sheet has a lot of reports out based on the information that they received, and of course John Harbaugh kind of alluded to we're gonna let them do all of the talking type thing.
Right.
From what I saw and from what I read, it's a sprain. I thought it was an MCL sprain. Some people questioned thinking it may be an LCL sprain, but then once they said the day-to-day thing has to be MCL, day-to-day is not LCL. Right. LCL will put them out for the Super Bowl. So, but if it's MCL, I really think because it could be 1 or 2 weeks with an MCL sprain, and he's young. That guy might bounce back before you know it. I think he won't want to play Saturday. I think the Ravens will have to literally shut him down on Saturday because he did come back out the tunnel. Out the locker room on Saturday. If you didn't see it, if anybody didn't see it, he did come back out. He got back on the sideline. He was not on crutches. He did not have a cast on. So
let's hope for the best. Zay, we hoping for the best. We want to see you out there, but don't hurt yourself.
Absolutely not.
It's always another game.
Please make it to the divisional round, sir.
Let's make it to the divisional round. Okay. Final question. 3 keys to the game Saturday.
3 keys to the game. 1, be who you are, the Ravens. Run the ball, hard-nosed defense. 2, Lamar, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Take the play that's in front of you. If the lanes open up, run. If the lanes close up, you got Rashad Bateman is number 1 in the NFL in separation among receivers. Throw him the ball.
I like Rashad this season.
I liked him from the beginning. I just need him to stay healthy. And number 3, and I'm going to knock on everything again. The Ravens are undefeated this season when Rashad Bateman scores. Rashad Bateman will be the featured wide receiver. Get my man in the end zone.
Okay.
That's a very simple key to success. We are undefeated this season when Rashad Bateman scores a touchdown.
Okay.
Have not lost a game. Get that man
Rashad
in the end zone.
I'm thinking, for me, it would be Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, a healthy Mark Andrews this season is a game changer for the Ravens. Because you have him in the slot, he's able to give you a little bit of block, but there's not a lot of tight ends that are faster than Mark or run routes as well as Mark. So that's a hard matchup for the Steelers. We also have another thing where I'm watching Joey Porter Jr., who's going to give you a lot of calls. So I'm hoping some of those calls go our way. He's one of the factors for me. And then Brandon Stevens. And if he can contain whoever they put on him and give us something. Give us something, Brandon. Swat the ball down. One time for me.
Please. Yes.
Just once. I don't even need you to intercept it because you probably won't. But just play the ball the best you can. And I think we'll come out with a win. Either way, I think we'll come out with a win. I think it's going to be who are the rest for this game?
I don't know. I'm trying to avoid looking at that because that's going to give me all kinds of heart palpitations looking at who's going to ref these games. I'm not lying. The officiating, I won't talk about the officiating. We'll say that for another day.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you all for joining in. We'll see you next time. All right? Thank you. Later.